Hi Taurus, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are looking at general sort of whatever wants to come out, as well as love, okay? So please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate every single like, subscribe and comment. It really does help the channel grow. So thank you for that. This week we are using, I've got the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. We are using the origami lenormand. Sorry, my words today. I'm a bit messed up today, guys. My hay fever is, it's been ongoing for quite a while now, so it's driving me absolutely nuts. But the love oracles we're using, we've got the true love oracle there, those beautiful heart-shaped lovers oracle cards, as well as the mystic red rose love oracle. Okay, so getting into it for you, Taurus, starting off with general, what you need to know. Okay, Taurus, what does Taurus need to know right now? What is going on for Taurus? Taurus. Okay. That's in the belfry. You can achieve great things. So I feel like for a lot of you, Taurus, this is a bit of a reminder to you that you can achieve great things. I feel as though maybe there's something going on at the moment, Taurus, for a lot of you, with your self-esteem and questioning yourself as to, can I really do that? Am I really deserving of that? And this is here to sort of remind you that you can achieve great things. You are a great person, all that sort of stuff as well. We do also see here the Amphitrite card. Amphitrite? Amphitrite, right? I can never say that correctly. The Sea Queen's Blessing. I'm going to start just calling it Aphrodite because of the Aphrodite channel. If you watch that, Taurus, at all, I reckon he would quite like that pose. The Sea Queen's Blessing. Okay, so there is blessings around you that you can achieve this great thing, whatever this is for you in your particular situation. That you have these blessings around you, this goddess blessing you. It is a water card, that one there, so it does talk about emotional blessings quite often as well. But we do see the childlike images in that one. You can see that sort of little child in the background there. So it does also speak of like I get a few different images with that. I get the Cupid, the kind of little goddess of love, but I also get just that childlike kind of energy where it's that blessings of you know looking at things from a childlike perspective, having this sense of, wow, when I grow up I can be anything, and having this blessing of, I can do it, I can do the greatest things I can imagine. So it really does give off this childlike vibe for you here, especially with you can achieve great things. I do feel as though you are blessed at the moment to be able to look forward to some really interesting stuff happening for you in the near future, Taurus, with this blessing here that, great things on their way to you, and looking at the world through, through the lens of a child, that everything is just an adventure, may be useful to you at the moment, Taurus. Okay, but we'll have a look with the Lenormand as well. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know right now? One more, please. And just clarify who that person is, please. Okay. Very interesting. I feel as though this is you that we're seeing here as the person that has come up here. I when I've asked who is this person, I have gotten the book to show me who that person is. And so, with the book, we do see this is the story of your life. This is you in your story. Especially with the tower coming out first. So the tower does show us that, this encompasses your, from the beginning of your life. So the foundations that you've laid within yourself, as a child, and then growing up through, into whatever age you are now. We do see that it sort of encompasses that past, that foundational self, the core of who you truly are here. So, that it's coming through here with the fox energy, which I do usually read that fox energy as a person. So, but in this case, that fox energy is you yourself. So it's kind of asking you here to look at, yourself and the foundation within yourself when it comes to your own independence and the way that you look after your own survival, the way that you take care of your own survival. A lot of you with that tower, you may find the need to sort of withdraw within. Quite often spend some time in solitude to really assess things and assess, what is really working out for your best survival, needing to do things emotionally independently, and really coming off your own self and making sure, other people's perceptions aren't, clouding your judgment here at all, when it comes to the way that you deal with things, especially, because I keep getting the independence and the self-survival. The fox energy is very muchly about doing whatever is necessary to make sure you survive and make sure you are looked after, because, in the wild, a fox will travel for miles and miles and miles to, hunt and bring home dinner to the den. Whether that sense of self, sometimes it can encompass, bringing that back to the den. So, if you've got children or very very close knit family that you do sort of live with, sometimes that it's doing whatever's necessary to make sure that comes first, that is looked after, that the basic needs are being met for you and the people around you. So for a lot of you, you do sometimes need to take some time to yourself to really assess that. But I do feel that overall here, this is sort of asking you a little bit to look at the foundation that you've set and how you achieve that goal within yourself. And there just seems to be something that I feel like with it, you can achieve great things. I just feel like there is something within the foundation of the way that you approach this stuff, the way that you are, very independent and kind of goal orientated. I'm getting here too, where, you do whatever it takes to get things done and to get your needs met here. Because it can sometimes be like a car salesman where they say whatever they need to make sure they get the sale, and that's what you are kind of doing here in the foundation of your own survival is you're doing whatever is necessary to get the sale, to get the survival taken care of first and foremost. So it does sort of feel as though there's an aspect here of looking into, why has your foundation been put down in a certain way, like, for a lot of people, it comes through with the way that you were handling responsibilities from childhood, the way that your parents gave you responsibility, and the way that you were taught to deal with responsibility, as a child. And it just feels like there's just a little bit of fine tuning that, you seem to be doing things really well already in that aspect, but, we're not looking at all right anymore. We're looking at great. Okay, so there's just a little bit of fine tuning just to take you from that, just that average looking after things to this great, everything is amazing kind of level. So it's just a little bit of fine tuning there with the way that you look at things and especially coming from that foundation of responsibility and the way that you deal with responsibility. It keeps coming through here. We do also see the garden coming through. So the garden does talk about, social aspects. So there may be, for some of you, there may be a need to involve more people in that, rather than just being so independent and only looking out for, yourself. There may be a need to, become a little bit more of a social creature, and, rely on other people around you to help, with the building blocks of what you need to survive. So um, it's kind of, I'm getting that, sometimes it takes a village, rather than, you can't do it all by yourself. Sometimes you do need that village to support you and help you with things. So it's kind of, I feel like for a lot of you, it's asking you, why are you taking on so much responsibility all by yourself? I feel as though for a lot of you, this is meeting people around you halfway, and delegating some responsibility around you a little bit here. I feel as though for a lot of you, though, it is a little bit hard to do. Taurus, very stubborn, guys. I know, but it is a little bit harder for you to do. But what's happening here? We do have the clouds as well. Okay, so you may have a bit of a bit of distortion, a bit of clouded judgment around why you haven't allowed other people to help you out so much. The clouds here, it does sort of feel as though you're trying to think through everything too much all by yourself. You're trying to take on too much, just within yourself, and overthink every little aspect and think about every little aspect here. Whereas, I do feel that it's not so much delegating tasks, but it's delegating responsibility and the thought. Okay, the what's the term? I cannot think of the term for the life of me, but it's like, like a parent. There's not just the physical parenting stuff that you have to do, but there's a lot of, planning and constantly thinking about, hang on, well, if I need this for my child, then I've got to make sure I've got this before I can get that, and then I've got to make sure I've got that sorted out. There's a lot of planning, and I feel as though delegating a little bit of that thought energy, the um, the planning of things, and those sorts of things, meeting other people halfway, and relying on other people a little bit more here, will actually really, really help you achieve the greatness that you're seeking here. Okay, so delegating your thought a little bit, rather than you having to think through every little thing, delegating some of that responsibility to others. That, okay, I'm going to plan this, I need you to plan that, and you think through what you need for this and that and this and that. So just delegating some of the responsibility of thought to others here a little bit, Taurus. Okay, but we'll have a look at love for you as well. Now, this is going to be not just, whether you are in a current connection, or, a past connection, or whether this is going to show through a connection with somebody you maybe even haven't met yet. We're just sort of asking in general what's going on in love connections for you. Taurus, what does Taurus need to know in regard to love and romance? The divine masculine. Okay, so I feel like that's referring back to what we just saw there with that clouds, okay, because the clouds is a very masculine energy, and this is sort of showing us that, in order to, rather than allowing your thoughts to, become overwhelming and sink you down into distorted masculine energy, that we're needing to raise the bar for ourselves a little bit, and become the divine masculine energy. And masculine energy in the divine is strong and powerful, but they're also a leader. they take that role, and they do delegate when they need to. They know what jobs are going to suit what people the best, and so I feel like this is connecting to, you delegating some of that to others. Part of your role as this divine masculine, and you having all that strength and power, is knowing when to delegate it to somebody else, and knowing when to share the load. The masculine energy, they're the ones in charge of things like wars and chaos and whatnot. So, but you never really see much, many men going to war as a one person war. No, it's always an army, and then you've got, commanders and all this sort of thing. So try to think about that, rather than taking on everything all by yourself, taking on the whole, world war all by yourself, that you're delegating to your commanders, and then they're delegating to their soldiers. Okay, so you the one in charge, yes, definitely, but delegating that out to the commanders that can help you along that journey there. We do see dating coming through here as well. So, very, very nice energy, regardless of whether you are in a connection. It really is just that, getting out and about. Once again, too, with that garden energy for you today as well, that socializing, getting out and about in public, going on dates, even if you are already in a connection with somebody, that fresh getting out there and getting to know each other in different ways, and doing different experiences together. I'm kind of getting experience dates coming through here. So going on dates that, even if you've been with somebody for 20 years, you maybe have never seen them in a particular sort of situation, like, for example, an escape room. Go to have a date in an escape room and get to know each other on a different level altogether, so you can sort of see how their little mind works while they're trying to escape the escape room, and vice versa. It's that fresh kind of energy, bringing in something fresh and new, and for others of you, definitely just sort of dating and getting to know people, that sort of thing. That's going to help bring you some inner peace. You really are finding some inner peace here, especially we saw just in your general there with that tower, just going, that was not nothing huge. Like I said, we're sort of finding that level between, yep, everything's good, to everything's great. We're getting to that next level for you here, Taurus, and so your sense of inner peace is coming along with that. That does say you are enough as well. You are worthy of this greatness, once again, Taurus. Okay, but we'll have a look with the other decks as well. Okay, what's going on for Taurus with love connections? What does Taurus need to be aware of with love connections? Paradise. Happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, and the honeymoon phase. So once again, that's very similar to that dating energy, just enjoying each other's company, getting to know each other, a lot of playfulness and happiness together. We do see seduction, attraction, teasing, hooking up and dating, third parties, and temptations. So, if you are in a connection, just be aware that there may be somebody trying to attract your attention outside of your connection, or with your partner's attention outside of your connection. Just be aware of that at the moment, and making sure that we've got that seduction, like flirty kind of energy going on within the connection, so that nobody is tempted to look elsewhere. Because, even in long-term relationships, it's still important, and especially with that honeymoon phase as well. I don't feel as though this third party would be succeeding. I'm just sort of, it's just coming through that there may be somebody trying to get somebody's attention on the outside here. But we do see the wedding rings card as well. Union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love and devotion. So, it doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be an actual wedding. It is just that evolution of a connection, that strong connection, that everlasting love connection between yourself and somebody. But we'll have a look with this last deck as well. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus and their love connections? Love connection for Taurus. These cards do not want to shuffle some days. Okay, Taurus. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay, what a beautiful message. And once again, the Sea Queen's blessing. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So you're very blessed from, just the universe in general at the moment, God, whatever you believe in. You do have these blessings surrounding you, and there's a lot of love for you coming from that area. Looking deep within your heart, and you can feel somebody's love. So there is definitely a connection there, even if you haven't met this person. It's kind of that energy of, even though I haven't met my soulmate yet, they love me already. They already want to be with me, and they know that I'm out here, and we're both just sort of waiting for each other to actually meet. That love already exists between the two of you, and even if you haven't met them yet. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So having trust that, this connection is a very positive soul connection here, that we did see with this sort of card. Trusting your partner as well with that seduction energy. Like I said, there may be somebody on the outside trying to sort of sneak their way into either yourself or your partner. But, trust between the two of you will stop that from actually doing any damage. Okay, because I feel as though you and this person are very, it's feeling very sort of lovey-dovey kind of energy at the moment between yourself and this person. Anyway, you are just enjoying each other's company, and I don't feel as though anyone else is going to be able to take anyone's attention at the moment anyway. Okay, but that's what we've got for you today, Taurus. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all soon.